Bridgewater. The Charger D making things difficult, and it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Joey Sly on now for the Panthers. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
It's 3rd and 11.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Kaepernick now on 1st down. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Kaepernick. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Derek Brown brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. 2nd and 16. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Henry brings it in.
Kaepernick's pass.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
With Melvin Gordon moving on to Denver, Austin Eckler is officially the Chargers' #1 option at the running back position. Gordon spent a lot of time holding out last year, and Eckler took full advantage with a breakout season. 92 receptions, 993 yards, and 8 touchdowns. He was in the top 10 in the league in receptions, receiving touchdowns, and all-purpose yards.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
A handoff, it's Eckler. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd.
Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Working from the gun. It's Kaepernick. Flush to his right. It's he'll go down back at the 12. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing is Bridgewater. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
1st and 10 at the 45.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Bridgewater. Battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this. That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers. Robbie Anderson. His second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers add on to their lead. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Kaepernick going to throw. It's complete to the former Longhorn Marcus Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
The 41-yard line.
Running on first down, Eckler. Big Derek Brown making the stop.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
Rasheed Douglas picks it, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. That'll be taken in by Anderson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
10 at the 22-yard line.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. To throw is Bridgewater. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And this is going to be incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. 3rd down here.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Completes it to Samuel. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and he takes it into the end zone for the Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, as the first half is winding down, and the Panthers add on to their lead. Slide for the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Makes the score Panthers 24, Chargers 3.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Just a yard to go here on second down. To throw is Kaepernick. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for Hunter Henry. Incomplete. Eli Apple on the coverage.
Tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. A final shot before half for Kaepernick. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Kickoff for the Chargers.
The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And that going to hit in the end zone as we restart things here in the second half with a touchback. Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Bridgewater. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
36-yard line.
They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36. Throwing, Bridgewater. And he rifles one incomplete. Christian McCaffrey, last year's catch leader among running backs, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Bridgewater now. It's incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive one of quarter three.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, and they knew that coming out after halftime, it was going to take a collective effort to get back into this ball game. The defense got the stop for them, so maybe that can get things started. Now the offense has to pick their game up as well, and if they can put a score on the board, hey, they could get back in it in a hurry.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. On the ground, it's Eckler. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
The ball carrier.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now Kaepernick throwing on second down. And incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw, it's Kaepernick. And that will be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit us first. Now this from 43. Badgley able to knock this one through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit and forced the field goal.
And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
The Pro Bowler Chris Harris is in on the tackle.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
third down, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Charger drive about to get going. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. It's Eckler again. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So some holding over on the left side of that line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Once more, here's Eckler. I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another 2nd down. It'll be 3rd.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their 3rd down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's a sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on 3rd down.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. He finds his running back, Hyde. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken on the 25. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard elsewhere, 3rd quarter in Denver. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. 1st down, Bridgewater. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. From the gun, Bridgewater. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. And that's a good play to McCaffrey. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And again, it's Bridgewater. Got his target, Samuel. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 35. That third down conversion good for 23. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. He rifles one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. Complete here, it's Hyde. And he's got this down to the 35. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now this one is running back out of the backfield. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable second and man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his second touchdown on the season, and the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. Cuts the lead now to 11, 24, 13-hour score. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Now Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Bridgewater. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. With a connection there, Bridgewater to Samuel for a Panther 1st down.
1st and 10.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. To throw, Bridgewater. Found his target, it's Anderson. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 38-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down.
At the 38-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 more there and another 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over.
Panthers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And picked up by the Chargers. He's at the 40, the 30. And that will write a finish to this ball So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for Carolina, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.